Hey guys, I came across this really interesting quote from Kurt about Rape Me. He was asked when he's singing the song, is he singing it as a man or as a woman who's being raped? And he said that he's singing it from the perspective of a man being raped. Now, Kurt has said on other occasions that the song is from the vantage point of a woman, so this quote where he's saying it's actually from the vantage point of a guy definitely jumped out at me. Now, keep in mind that Kurt did often embellish various things during interviews, but nevertheless, this is still an interesting soundbite from Kurt. This quote is from July of 1993. Here's what Kurt had to say about Rape Me. Quote, as a man, I mean, men get raped as well. I really don't have an answer for it. I really was thinking at the time that I wanted to write an anti-rape song, but I wanted it almost to be about me or other males. Although the most important thing would be to address rape against women in the first place, get that out of the way, and address other kinds of rape. Not only physical, but media rape and everything else. Since after I wrote the song, the bridge where it says, my favorite inside source is whatever it says after that, I threw that in 6 months ago. It's my way of complaining about the media, the way they treated us. There's all these different kinds of elements to it. I have to admit, though, it's a bad choice for a title. I didn't think about it hard enough. In a way, I was trying to make a point in that in order to get a point across, you have to make things as obvious and bold as you possibly can. So that was my way of putting a twist on an anti-rape song. Instead of being really artistic about it or in any way cryptic, I decided to do it in a very cold, in-your-face way. At the time, it didn't even seem as though it would affect it because at different times of my life, I felt that people are so jaded that they wouldn't even question the topic, you know? I titled that song about 2 years ago, and since then, since I've supposedly become a lot more optimistic and had a lot better attitude than I did before, I should have thought about it more. But we've always known that song by that title, and we haven't questioned it. I should have, actually. I kind of regret it, and in a way, I don't. I mean, I just don't like the idea of a woman walking around in her apartment humming Rape Me. It's kind of an offensive thing to do because it's kind of a catchy song too, and some people have found themselves doing that, so I've gotten a bit of flack for it. End quote. The following is another quote from Kurt about Rape Me. Quote, I was trying to write an anti-rape song in a very bold way. What I realized is that in order to get your point across, you have to be obvious. That's how most people want songs to be. They need it thrown right in their face. I've gone back and forth between regretting it and trying to defend myself. Basically, I was trying to write a song that supported women and dealt with the issue of rape. Over the last few years, people have had such a hard time understanding what our message is, what we're trying to convey, that I just decided to be as bold as possible. How hard should I stamp this point? How big should I make the letters? It's not a pretty image, but a woman who is being raped, who is being infuriated with the situation, it's like, go ahead, rape me, just go for it, because you're gonna get karma. I'm a firm believer in karma, and that jerk is going to get whatever he deserves eventually. That man will be caught, he'll go to jail, and he'll be raped. So part of the message is rape me, do it, get it over with, because you're gonna get it worse.